Y'all, I'm back. Like I promised to tell y'all about the truck from hell. Yeah, the truck from hell. The international truck from hell, I should say. Man, I've been going through it. But like always, let's get into it, y'all. When I found out I got an international truck to pull tankers, I already know I was going to have some difficulties. But this truck I named Jolene, it's been giving me hell. It's not just the speed. Now that I'm driving, I'm finding out so much more and why the last driver did not like it. What's up, my YouTube family, fambo? Well, I put a little Jamaican seasoning pan it and sprinkle it so it can well nice, because Jamaica nice up everything. But y'all, listen, I'm going through it. And I'm not even exaggerating for views. I'm really going through it. So I'm gonna give y'all a brief breakdown. No pun intended, breakdown. I'm gonna give y'all a brief breakdown of what's been going on with this truck, right? And I'm gonna be honest about it. I don't want to sugarcoat this. So when I did orientation, the only hiccup I had was my verification of employment, which I just mentioned on my last video, so you can check it out if you want to. Verification of employment issues in the trucking industry. I just witnessed it myself. So that was it. So that pushed me into kind of maybe a week and some days, some days over the week time frame that they wanted to give me my badge and all that stuff. Now that part was okay, but when it came to the truck assignment, y'all, it was a lot. So let's just say I was at the terminal for probably 2 weeks, right? Just sitting down, waiting for a truck, right? And eventually I'm watching around, waiting around, and the lease operators on the tanker side, I see that they're getting their truck, but it was 3 of us who didn't have a truck at that point. I'm the only company driver out of my class again, right? So eventually I just got kind of annoyed, because I give myself maybe 2 weeks with a company, before I start asking some serious questions like, what's up? Oh, and you see my look? Y'all, I couldn't even get my hair done. I'm back to a 34-hour reset or whatever. I'm coming from being home a week at a time after staying out 3 weeks. So when I say I had so much stuff to get done, I didn't have enough time. I brought my little wig. Yes, my wig. I brought my wig in the truck so I can fix myself up. But yeah, it is what it is. Trucking life. # trucker life. So I give myself 2 weeks, right, before I start asking some real questions. So I remember I got kind of annoyed just sitting down waiting. I'm not making any money. And at that time it was, you get paid layover, but layover has a cutoff time. It's not once you're at the terminal and you're waiting for a truck, we're gonna cover your pay. No, there's a cutoff time for the layover pay, and that was coming up. So I called them, Will Be Success Leasing, and I'm yo, I've been waiting for a while. I'm a company driver. Can you tell me, an update, whatever. They told me there's no trucks available for me, but I'm getting layover pay and so on. So I'm okay. That was, I don't remember the day that was, but let's say 30 minutes after I made that call, I was told that there's a truck. They have a truck for me. In my head, I'm how do you all of a sudden have a truck for me, but you just said you don't have any truck? I'm gonna have to sit out and wait for a while. Whatever. That was one point. So I spoke with I'm not gonna say this person's name because I don't want to be divulging who said it to me, but I spoke to someone. They mentioned that the truck that I was assigned to, the last driver was complaining about the truck, right? So I did my inspection on the truck, guys, and I found a lot of stuff. When I say I found a lot of stuff wrong with the truck, I went through a thorough inspection with the truck, because if you don't inspect the truck properly, when you bring that truck back, anything can be placed on you. Any blame can be placed on you, right? Whatever's broken, they're gonna say you probably broke it, and that's gonna be a problem for you, right? So I went through it thoroughly. It took me a day and a half to finish my big inspection booklet, or whatever you want to call that, right? So it took me a while to finish it. Now, when I looked up top to the right of side of the truck or the roof, I realized that the paint doesn't look like everywhere else. It doesn't look smooth, right? So I realized they hit the top. Someone had an accident and they fixed it, but not really to the point where you can't tell. It's very noticeable. My cab extender on that side, it was missing. My bottom skirts, and I'm not talking for the trailer, I'm talking for the tractor. My bottom rubber skirts right there, one of them is like cut in half, so a part of it's missing. I was just going through a lot of stuff that I'm checking off on the truck, right? Just to mark it off. Now let's get into the tanker part of it. My in-transit heat line is covered with like a plastic coil, right, for protection of the heat when I have to touch it and stuff like that, right? That was it was dry rot. It was so messed up to the point where it looked like, you know, when a caterpillar is becoming a butterfly and they have to leave is that a cocoon? Correct me in the comments or whatever, right? That's how it looked. Burnt the hell out. Like, do you see my in transit and my hydraulics? It was such a mess, y'all. I'm the one that went through everything and requested replacement just to have a proper setup. Like, everything was so old and just dirty as hell. Like that's how burnt out, to the point where when I touch it, it breaks apart. My hydraulic lines were all over the place. It wasn't set up for it to be like manageable for when I have to connect it. And you know, with the hydraulic lines, it has to be leveled for you to screw to lock it tight or whatever, right, to get the screw on, right? Tanker drivers, they'll know what I'm talking about, right? So it has to be set up a certain way. My stairs, it was so close to the hydro flow section, to the point where I could only put my foot on one part of the stairs, and then I have to prop my other foot on the catwalk to go up. So it was just a lot of stuff. My hydro flow fan, the fan wasn't working, wasn't blowing for me to know if my hydro system is working good. It was a lot of stuff. Now the storage space for the international truck, because they converted it to tankers, they had to put like the APU system, the Thermo King system in there, so I don't have any space at all. So I'm gonna show you where I'm keeping all my stuff that I use when I'm doing the pump off, where it is. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm just gonna cut here and just do a video for this. So 1 second, y'all. So this is pretty much my storage section for all my stuff. So anything I need is right here. I also have my bag right there. I normally keep it right here, but I can't even have like a passenger seat because there's no storage space for all of this because of the conversion, right? So it's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm gonna get into the major stuff that's really bothering me. 1 second, let's switch back to me, y'all. It's me again. Okay, so the main issue I'm having, so y'all, if you saw my video Instagram or here in YouTube Shorts, you'll see I mentioned the speed, that I didn't know the speed was limited to 58 miles per hour and 62 cruise control, right? I initially thought that all of the trucks at Prime were governed at 65 because I know people who drive 65. However, I didn't know that there's drivers who our company who literally were lucky and got trucks that came from a lease operator, right? I didn't know it was mainly a lease operator perk to be at 65 miles per hour. Now, I know you're saying I'm new to tankers, I gotta slow down. This is my issue. I'm not trying to go fast. I personally prefer to have my speed on pedal, right? So I prefer to have 62 or 65 on pedal versus cruise control. I love cruise control when I was in a drive-in reefer. Yeah, I made the best of it. However, I didn't cruise control at nighttime. There are certain times I don't cruise control. I don't cruise control if I'm going like an area that I've never been before, right? Or a lot of up and down grades like that, or crazy turns, winding turns. I don't do it a lot, right? So I'm more comfortable driving on pedal where I feel like I have more control. Now, the issue I have with this truck with cruise control is it doesn't maintain the cruise control. Anything can kick me out of it, right? So therefore, I can't say I'm driving at 62 miles per hour. I have to really stick to 58, right? It doesn't pull the tank well at all. This international truck, I'm not sure if all of the international trucks are like that, but this particular one is very crappy when it comes to that, right? So I've driven it for a while now just to test and see how I feel about the truck, to know that I'm not comfortable. As a matter of fact, I'm not safe. I don't feel safe driving the truck, period, right? So that's a big thing for me. If I'm gonna be hauling ass and gonna be a runner in the Northeast region, I need a truck where I feel good with, where I know it's gonna get the job done, it's gonna handle a mountain, stuff like that. This, y'all, this will have me doing a load that should be 1 day, it will take me to get there 1 day. It's gonna have me doing it in 2 days. Additionally, because it goes so slow, I swear to God, I just feel like I'm just tired, because I feel like I'm going nowhere, right? But let's forget about the speed. Let's forget the speed issue, right? The issue is really the fact that I can't rely on the cruise control. For instance, there's times where I have it on cruise control and I'm trying to probably say, let me set it to like maybe 60 in the area I'm at. It's not gonna set it to 60. It's just basically gonna pick up all the way up to the 62. So it's like I can't have it at a certain speed for me to use the cruise control effectively. Now, when I'm using the cruise control, if I'm going up an upgrade or whatever, you can cruise, because the international truck not gonna move nowhere going on a high upgrade, all right? So by the time I gotta go on the downgrade now, I realize that it's gonna push me faster, right? It's gonna push me faster, and it takes time for me to come out of it being cruise control. I don't know what's going on. I had the international truck with Werner, right? For my day one subscribers, my day one YouTube fam, y'all know I had the international truck, and certain stuff I never had to worry about. Fast forward to this now. Today I'm driving to Illinois, right? I'm going to Robinson, Illinois, because I have to go to Hershey's Food to do palm oil. So I'm offloading palm oil there. Luckily they do the offloading. I don't have to do it on this one, right? So they offload the palm oil. I literally from the 25th tomorrow, the 27th, the delivery of the 27th, my ETA is messed up, right? Now what happened is that I'm gonna leave that for another video, because that's a long one. But let's just say my ETA got messed up, so I had to request to be switched to a different authorized fuel location. So at Prime, as a company driver, you can't just go to any fuel location you want to. Even if you know it's a good one, you can't go there. It's whatever they decide you have to go to get the best fuel price, which is understandable. However, I couldn't get to the TA in Girard, Ohio, because my ETA got messed up, right? So it's gonna take me a longer time, and I don't have enough time before I have to do a break or whatever to get there. As a matter of fact, I didn't have enough fuel. I think I was at a quarter tank or whatever, right? So I needed to fuel up to be safe. Now that took me to Love's, I think Love's number 537 in Maryland. What's the, it starts with a C, the location. Let me see if I can find it in my GPS. Yeah, y'all, so it was Love's in Cumberland, Maryland. I had to look at my Garmin to see. So it was in Cumberland. Why is my Garmin spying on me like it's Siri, recording my voice? Stop. Oh, because I said Garmin. Found out something new today. Anyways, because I don't like that. That's weird. Anyways, so yeah, I went to that Love's to fuel up, because I have to go where they sent me, right? But y'all, tell me why it brought me to the mountains. I-68 Maryland, right? It brought me into the mountains. So I'm going from the mountains of Maryland to the mountains of West Virginia. I just had to park up because I have to go into sleeper berth early so I can head out in the morning to see if I can make the new ETA, which is around 12 p.m. And I don't like being late. I really don't. I don't like being late. Like I could have been on time, but something happened. But I'm gonna leave that for another video. So now I'm in the mountains, y'all, and I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna put a little yeah, so now I'm in West Virginia mountains. Like I don't even know how long this is gonna take right now. Let me see, let me go back to my map. Sorry, y'all. So dramatic. So right now I'm like 8 hours and 12 minutes away, right? I left out early this morning with this truck. I'm not supposed to be no 8 hours away. Not no 8 hours. That going to the Loves pretty much added like an hour or something to my time. That's one thing. So it's not a case where, you know how most companies, you can just stick to a fuel truck stop or a fuel stop within their network, which would be some company, there's Petro or TA, that's all they use. Pilots, that's all they use. Loves, that's all they use. Where I'm coming from, Werner and the other company, not to be mentioned as always, Pilot. So I always could go to any Pilot location and fuel up. I didn't have to wait to go to the one with the best prices. So that's another thing where I'm just like, I could have been stopped somewhere and fueled up and stay on my route, but this took me off my route just to find a good fuel price. But at the end of the day, it's their with company. They can run it however they want. So I can't talk about that. It's their right to do that, right? So it took me out of that area and it added more time to my destination. So I'm trying to see, I might have to do a split sleeper. Maybe only do a 7-3 or an 8-2 to see if I can just leave out earlier and at least head to my my location to drop off, and then possibly just sit and do the rest in off duty just to cover my my sleeper my 10-hour reset. But y'all, the truck, I'm thinking what else haven't I mentioned about this truck. It's realistically, whoever had the truck, inside the truck was kept very well. I love it's clean. I can set it up how I want to because I had this truck before. So I know how to organize the international truck to my liking. But right now, I'm pretty much faced with the issue of the truck itself is having, my button for my fifth wheel slide. I'm gonna show y'all right now. I have a toothpick lodged in between the fifth wheel slide, because once I take it out, it's like the light doesn't go off. I press it up, I press it, try to put it in the middle, I press it down, it doesn't allow me to just put it in the middle, the center, so the it can be off. And I was kind of freaked out. I don't want anything to happen while I'm freaking driving, so I just lodged that in there. My lamp check light over there, it's not working anymore. So for me to do my full check, light check on the trailer when I'm connected, I just gotta do it like manually, just press all the stuff and then run behind or wherever I gotta go to see if it works. But it's just like most of the stuff I'm finding, y'all, I'm finding it now because I'm driving it. I'm actually driving the truck now, so I'm seeing additional stuff that I didn't find during the inspection. So y'all know I love to talk a lot, so I'm gonna just wrap this up here. But right now, once I reach Illinois, I'll be heading back to Springfield Terminal. I'm gonna be going to see if I can find a better truck, a better company truck, and I would love to get lucky and find a truck that a lease operator turned in and they put it on the company side that might have like a higher governing at 65 miles per hour, or I might have to see how the leasing side works. Now, there's a big controversy with leasing. This is not lease to purchase. This is like a lease rental type thing or whatever. You can give back the truck and stuff like that. So it's not like for me to own the truck, right? But basically what I'm seeing, y'all, I'm seeing that the Peterbilts being converted to tankers are giving a lot of problem, right? I know a lot of people from my class having issues with the Peterbilts, right? So whether it be the international Peterbilt, it's a problem on a tanker side. It seemed like reefer is great. Tankers seem like the stepchild that's going through all the BS. But both sides are having problems. So at this point, I don't even feel sure about my decision. I don't know where to go. Company, I like to start with company because it creates a safety blanket for me. It gives me time to learn about the company, learn what's the best way to run, how to move. I get to learn the tank wash. I get to get used to the customers, right? So when I'm leased, I'll know how to better run. But at this moment, I feel like I'm having to force myself to go into lease sooner for the simple fact that the better truck seems to be on the lease side. However, even though it's a 2025 Peterbilt, 2024, 2023, they're still having issues because certain stuff like the eco heater, might be the hydraulic lines, the in-transit heat lines, there's stuff going on, and it's simply because of the governing and the conversion. It seems like that's what's really causing the problem with the Peterbilt. So at this point, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm not sure about my decision. I'm really trying to just hang in there. Like I'm tired of, like, I don't want to go all over, but I'm really, like, I'm not sure about my decision at this particular point. But Monday, I'm really trying to just work with them and find a better solution, just so I can just get my experience and, you know, just be good. When I did the whole thing of leaving the team driving and doing tankers to get my experience, I already programmed my head to expect some issues along the way. I even set myself up for probably monetary losses, right? Like, I have something that I'm about to do, which I'm going to share with you guys, just not yet, that could help me cut down certain costs and stuff like that, right? So I planned it out, but equipment stuff, I don't like having issues with equipment. I don't like going down. I went down the downgrade, y'all, and I legit almost felt like I was overusing my brakes. Like, when I saw the ramp, the escape ramp or whatever, the runaway ramp, I was just like, shit, like, it's bad. I don't like feeling like that, not trusting my equipment. So I'm gonna end this here. Enough rambling, like I always do. But the next video, like I said, I have a lot of stories, a lot of videos, because I delayed in posting my videos, right? The next one, it's just gonna be about my load. My load, like my first load, what happened. I couldn't really record me doing the pump off because I just wanted to make sure I was doing my job without recording. You know, it's my first one. So going forward, I'll start to add those videos in, and then, you know, show y'all like my process out here, how I'm catching on, how I'm learning. But the loads, that's another thing. And also the gala. I want to talk about the Highway Diamonds gala. I do have some recordings from that, so I'll have 2 more videos to drop about those stuff, and then I can move into doing my everyday activities, or what comes next after I go to Success Leasing on Monday, right? Which would be what? That would be the 29th. So April 29th, 2024. So y'all, I'm gonna cut the talking. I gotta go get myself prepared to jump in the sleeper and just call it a night and be up like at 1 a.m. Not 1 a.m. Probably by 11, just to make sure I can head out by 1 a.m. to see if I can meet this ETA. So I'll catch y'all on the next video, y'all. As usual, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe. Thank you so much for all your support, your motivation. Follow me on Instagram at Just Trucking It Tati if you want to. It's more personal over there. I answer my messages. TikTok if you want to. It's Just Trucking It Tati. And yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next video. Signing out from a tanker yanker, a rookie tanker yanker. See y'all later, guys. Bye. On your road to chasing your goals, just know it's not going to be easy. If it was so easy, everybody else will be doing it. Try to focus on your why. Why did you pick this goal? How's your life going to change once you achieve this goal? And just keep going. It's really just what it is, y'all. Like, life gets hard. It don't matter if you see someone else have it easy. We don't. Life is hard, period.